Hello everyone, Mick Cotton here. It's Memorial Day, Monday, and I'm going to do an oil change on the F4I. I have 9,000 miles on it. This is the third oil change in 17 years. It came with oil, then I replaced that oil, and now I'm replacing that. So this is third round of oil in 17 years. I got 9,200 miles on it. I'll show you everything I have to do, all the parts, and let's get this show on the road. Get this bike on the road again. Okay, I like to put down a piece of old carpet, the oil pan underneath there, a little bit of dirt there in case soak up some oil if it leaks. I got a couple rags, F4I. I'll show you everything we need. You need a torque wrench to go to spec with tightening the drain, the oil plug, and the fuel filter, or the oil filter. You need a couple sizes of extension. This might work. I might need this one. You need a regular ratchet with a 12 millimeter socket to undo the drain bolt, the oil bolt. When I put it back in, then I'll use the torque wrench to specs. You need your owner's manual to make sure you have the torques good and the right oil. This is an adapter to take the old oil filter off with a 3/8 hole in there, so I can put the ratchet in here and easily take it off, because sometimes it's really hard if you don't have that. I got a brand new Honda oil filter. It's like 12 bucks. Nice. Your 12 millimeter socket. Take the oil. You need a funnel. Put oil back in. I got Honda original oil, 10W40. Original oil. It takes like 3.5 quarts. Another rag. I use a stainless steel. I just cleaned up the stainless steel pipe. It's the only thing on the bike that's stainless steel. And then I like to use some scrap aluminum foil underneath the fairing. When I take the oil filter off, the oil goes everywhere. So that'll just protect the pipes from getting too much oil. Just some scrap aluminum foil. Now, I've got to start the bike up and let it run for like 3 minutes to get the oil hot, a little hot, so it drains out really nice. So I got to start the bike up. Neutral. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna let it run for like 3 minutes. Not that long. You can go 4 minutes, so I'm gonna do 3. The oil will get really hot. Sounds good. It's sprinkling a little bit, but that won't matter much. Look at that. Sounds good. And it's always good to have your Jollibee chicken hat on. Couple latex surgical gloves to keep your hands clean of oil in case it's a little hot. And It'll protect your fingers if it's hot, and less cleanup and oil all over your hands. So a couple gloves and your hat. Just drain the oil. First thing you gotta do is take off the oil filter cap so you get air in there, help drain the oil. So I'll take that out. There you go. I'm gonna clean it up. Take that off. There's the oil drain right there. I didn't need an extension, just my long 12 millimeter will work right like this. I'm gonna have to use two hands. It's on there pretty tight. All right, let's see how dark this oil is. There we go. Okay. Smell the oil. The oil doesn't look too bad. You can see it's kind of it's not black. It's not clear either. I think I did pretty good. I'm gonna let that drain probably like 5 minutes. There it goes. I'm gonna let it drip. I'm gonna inspect my bolt. Gotta have a new crush washer on here. Threads look good. Look at that, the oil's not that bad. After, let me see, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 3,000 miles. All right, back on, changing the oil. It's still dripping, it's still going. I'm gonna let it sit for like 5 minutes. Then we'll do the air filter, or the oil filter. All right. So I can take off this glove and replace it with a new one. My hands are still clean. I'll put a new one on to put the bolt back in. Well, this glove's done a good job. Japan. They make good motors, man. Good motors. F4. 7. It was built in 705 for the 06 model. What a great bike. It's just fantastic. It's comfortable. It gets 65 miles a gallon on the highway. Does 150 miles an hour. Probably about 145, but it's great. Might need a new chain. Always put a new crush washer on your bolt. It's only like 50 cents. Always put a new one on. I'm gonna take this dirty oil and put it into this container here so I can go recycle it got to take this in the car and take it to the auto parts store, and they take it for free and dump it out over there. But before I take out the oil filter, I don't want it to plop in there and get all messed up. So I'm going to get rid of the oil, and then we'll do the oil filter. It's pretty dirty. It looked cleaner than it was. It's pretty dirty. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Pretty thick. So the thing about oil, I didn't put too many miles on it, like 4,000 miles. But over 5 years, the oil loses viscosity, and the protective chemical compounds, additives, break down. After years, the oil is just not going to protect the engine as good. You know, even though you have little miles on it, it's the length of time that'll break down the oil. So, best I do it now, get it all done, and I'll be good for another 3 years at least. Make on. We're still draining. I'm gonna do the oil filter next. And since I didn't take the fairing off, it's kind of hard to get the aluminum foil in there to protect the pipes. But I got a little bit in there to protect the fairing, just to help with the oil. There's the oil filter right there. There's no nut on the end to take it off, which makes it really hard to get tools in there. So this is what I got. Got this adapter. It goes on the end of the filter, the 3/8 socket. So I'm gonna pick out the right size extension. I'm gonna put this on then I'm gonna twist it off. I'll leave a link below, or a picture. I got this on Amazon for this filter, and it costs like $13. This is a lifesaver. All right, I'm gonna take the oil filter off. I keep saying that. All right. Okay, got the adapter on there. The extension come out to there. I'll put my ratchet on there. It works. It's gonna be perfect. All right, the oil filter wasn't even that tight, which is not good, but it never leaked. That's why I got the torque wrench. So I'm gonna unscrew it. Hey, my aluminum foil worked good. All right, I got the oil filter off. I always say air. All right, let it leak, drain a little bit. Put the new one on. Add oil. All right, this is the oil filter. And it was a Wix. Part number 51358. Assembled in USA. So, look at the oil wasn't really bad, but it was so old. You know, you gotta replace it. So that's the Wix for the F4I 2006 Honda Wix filter. It's a good brand. I'm gonna use up my my Honda filters. Then I'll probably get a K&N. It's got a nut on the top. But I don't know. I like this thing too. This works great for $13. Man, that's really cool. All right. Got my surgical glove on because I am an MD mechanic. Mechanic. MD, that is. MD. Motorcycle mechanic. On Memorial Day. I got fried chicken. And I'm going to make burgers. I'm going to grill up some cheeseburger. We're getting there. 20 minutes later, it's still dripping. I'm going to wait forever. I'm going to put the bolt in. Underneath there. I'm going to put the bolt in. All right. Get the washer nice. All right, right there. Put a torque wrench on that. I think it's 22 pounds per square inch. Okay, I got an original, genuine part Honda. What you gotta do is put oil, clean, new oil around the gasket. So I got my cord here. I'm just gonna dip my finger in there. I'm gonna dip my finger in there. Bring it out. Put it all around. Put it all around there. Make it nice. Yep. That's all you gotta do. Lube it up. Now you could put a little oil in there, which I really should do. I'm gonna put a little oil inside and swirl it around. Okay. Put a little oil in there. Get it lubed up. And I got the O-ring here. I'm gonna put it in. Okay, I put it on hand tight. Do I have to clean it off a little? Then I'll put the adapter on. All right, it's really easy. It says adjust it to 20. That's 25 there. So I'm at 20 exactly on 0. You can measure with that line and adjust it by foot-pound. 1. So it's 20, 0. Tighten it until it clicks. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this extension there. 20 pounds torque. 20 pounds is really not that much. It's like hand tight plus like a quarter turn. Nice. But I'm glad I got this. I would have over tightened it for sure. You know, just tighten up. You got to have the torque wrench. All right, I'm going to do the drain bolt now, and we'll be filling it up. Drain bolt, I think, is 22 pounds per square inch. All right, the oil drain plug, 22. Right under there. Tighten it up. 22. 22. With a little short extension. 12 millimeter. All right, 22. Now I'll write it ride it around for a week. Then I'll come back and retighten if I have to with the torque wrench. But for now, it's all good. Now we're gonna fill it up. 3.5 quarts of oil. The dark side of the bike. Road rash. Couple little scratchies from crashing. Road rash. I broke my shoulder. My collarbone. Road rash. This is the best part of the job. Filling it up. So I got 1 gallon. 10W40. There's a mark on here. 3 quarts, and that's 4 quarts. 4 quarts to a gallon. So I have to put in 3 quarts, 3.5. So I'm gonna put it in until it reaches 1 quart. So it'll be 3, and then I'm gonna do half from there to the bottom. 3.5. I'm gonna start with 3, and then do a little at a time. And it goes right in here. But I need 2 hands, so I'm not gonna film it. Sorry, everybody. Let me put 3.5 in there, or 3 in there right now. I got like half. So 3.5. I'm gonna stop right there. Kiss. Rock and roll all night. And party every day, Mega Fred. Rock and roll, man. Kiss Army. I get that. Looks good. 17 years old. Looks good. I like that. Put it right on there. Finger tight. Just finger tight. I'll come and check it. And I'll check the bolts, the drain bolt, and the oil filter torque after I take it out for a ride. My next project is I got to use up all the gas in the tank, 5 gallons. I got to take the tank off to put my new air filter in. And it's full of gas. It's heavy. So you got to like get almost to empty. Then I got to take the whole tank off just to replace the air filter. I have a K&N air filter that'll last forever. All right, let's get this. This project is done. I love my little mo'o. I got these mo'os all over the place. Little gecko, lizard. Hi, buddy. They got big ones, small ones, baby ones. They eat insects and worms, and they're good. A'umakua. Guardian. All right. So I forgot to tell you for everybody doing this. There's a little hole right there, and there's the oil fill line. To check it, it's got to be level, the bike. So I kind of need 2 hands to make the bike level. It's on the kickstand. So I'll check that later. Now let's see if it starts. I'm gonna let it run for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna check for leaks, clean up the oil, Job well done. It would have cost 150, 200 bucks for a dealer to do this. It cost me like not even $60, 55 bucks at the most. All right, Mick Cotton, motorcycle mechanic. This is everything I used. New crush washer with a torque wrench, a regular ratchet, oil filter adapter. Made it so easy. 12 millimeter extensions. You gotta have your book. You gotta have your funnel. Bunch of clean rags. I'm gonna throw this one away. Just old t-shirts. Then the motor oil, 10W40. And I got half a quart. So it says 3.5 quarts. It should be perfect. And I did it all in my Jollibee. Hello, ma'am. Jollibee fried chicken hat. Peace. All you guys doing the mechanic work, changing oil, the F4I, Honda F4I 600, 2006. One of the best bikes ever made. Just a great cruiser. I've taken it all over California. Death Valley, Yosemite, Reno, all the way across to Monterey Bay, all the way down Pacific Coast Highway 1, from Monterey all the way back to LA. On the coast, going through Big Sur and Hearst Castle, San Simeon, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, Ojai, Fillmore, Valencia, Magic Mountain, down the 5. Take the 5 down to the 210, go east toward Pasadena, and then you get to my house. Become Memorial Day. Now I'm going to take a break, either reheat some fried chicken or make a double cheeseburger on my flat top. I'm not going to barbecue today. I'm going to wait. I have a steak. I could do that. But today I'm going to do my fried chicken and maybe a cheeseburger. Maybe. I don't know. Peace, love, and law. Bon appetit and happy motoring, motorcycle maniacs. Go out and ride. But be careful. Now there's no little clicking sound. I think the bike likes a new oil. It's up to 150. So I'm going to turn it off and check that level. Should be perfect. Cheers. Oh yeah. Hey Dave, what helmet do you want with your bike?